Good day, eh? Today we're going to be, putting our projects to use. So we've created a few Python scripts already, and what if we want to have it boot at the startup? So we don't have to do anything, we don't have to launch anything, it just runs. Well, there's many ways of doing this, but I'm going to show you one quick way that I do it on my Raspberry Pi when playing around with the programs I'm building. So let's head over to the Raspberry Pi and we'll have a look. Okay, so this is going to be the board that we're going to be playing with today. This is my LED board that I made. It's an 8 LED board. I wish I had done 10 LEDs, but you know what? 8 will have to do. So with my 8 LEDs, what I did was I had written a script for it. So I'm just going to go File, Open, and I made a folder for my boot files. I'm just going to load that up here. So as you can see here, this is one of my 8 LED scripts here. This is a CPU usage monitor. It is on my GitHub page under my LEDs for this board for the 8 LED version 1.0, so you can check that out there. This is basically going to check CPU usage. So what I did for when we've gotten to 80%, 80 to 90%, we're doing all 8 lights are on. And then 90 to 100%, it's going to do a different array. So every other light will go on. And then up in the top here, I have it so that basically 0 to 10, nothing's on, right? So we don't have to worry about an LED flashing there. And that's what kind of happens there. Okay, so now that we have our file, how are we going to get it so that we can load it up at startup? Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close PyCharm for now. So I'm just going to exit out here. So what we need to do is we need to know where our file is. So it's right here. So this is the one I want to have launch at Bootup. I'm just going to go and open terminal here. And then I'm just going to type sudo nano.bash rc and hit enter. Now there is a lot of stuff in here, so don't worry about that. We're just going to scroll down to the very bottom here. And this is where we're going to type our script here. So all we're going to do here is we're going to do echo, we'll give a space here, echo running at boot, and then we're going to go sudo python 3, then we're going to go home pi, and then python boot files, python boot files / and it was CPU CPU monitor.py, and that is it. I think that's all we're going to do. We're going to try that and see if it works. So all we're going to do is Control X, hit Y on the keyboard, hit enter, and then exit. And what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to bring up, so if you haven't hit that like button, make sure to do so now. Hit that subscribe button. More Raspberry Pi content coming soon. I'm going to bring up my top-down view here so you can see the board here. And I'm just going to go ahead and reboot the Raspberry Pi. So like I said, there is multiple ways to get your Python script to run at Bootup. So make sure to look over what option might be best for you. I'm going to show you why this one might not be the best if you're doing other things, but this is the method that I use. Just on the fly to test things out, then I remove it, and you know, I can add it another way if I wanted to implement it in further. So I do have my Raspberry Pi set up here. I got the front view here going for you now. We'll just try this out and then I'll move it. I just wanted you to see that when I go and open up the web browser here, that we should start to see some more lights happening. Let's just open up Chromium. So this should do a pretty good job at loading it up. And then we got to 100% there, as you can see, 90. Oh, I guess that was 80. Okay, so for fun, what we'll do is we will run a speed test here, and just so you can see that the lights are going up. Now I don't have to run my script to be able to get those to launch. So now, as you can see here, we've only got a couple of the lights going there. So that part of the test must be finished. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to load it up a little bit more so we can see a little bit more. Try redoing that. And then you'll be able to see it kind of go up there. Oh, here, we'll flip it this way where it should be. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that going. Right now, not too heavy on the CPU usage, but if we do something like load up youtube.com, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and load that up. That should pop it up pretty good. So as you can see there, I got one LED that's not quite loading. So I might have to look into that and see what I can do to get that LED to go on when it does hit above 10 into the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and that when it goes off on that first LED on GPIO 40, and see what I can do in the script there to make it a little bit more fluent and not so glitchy there. So anyways, that's it. So that was my way of getting those programs to finally kind of launch and be able to do something more than us just sitting and hanging out in PyCharm to get everything running in through there. Like I said, there is one thing that we do want to address here, and I'm just loading everything up here so you can see. I'm loading up PyCharm right now. We're hitting, yeah, we're getting up there in CPU usage. There we go, that's a 90. There's 100. Alright, PyCharm's almost updated here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go back to our desktop here, and I'm going to show you something that I thought was worth mentioning here. Okay, so if I go here, what I want to do is I want to open up terminal here, and you're going to see something. So running at boot is what that script is. So now we can we can kind of see what's going on here, and if we wanted to, we could take a look at the script running here. So since we are only at 1.3, half, 3, like that, nothing really stressful, it's not going to be turning on any LEDs there. This is the only thing is when I go to exit out of here, unless I just close it out in the top corner, it's going to kill the program. If I go ahead and go to like Control C to kill that program. So I'm just going to show you here. I'm going to load it up once again quickly here, and you can kind of see what's going on. So I'm just going to go like that, and there you go. Now you should see the LEDs coming on with that, and then back down. Now you can kind of see that what's going on. So that's not too bad. I like that. It's working, but it definitely gives us options of what we can do going forward when it comes to implementing our Python PyCharm projects here, instead of just writing them, running them, and then throwing them aside. We can come up with our own little projects that we want to do. Once again, using something like this, if you have a standalone Raspberry Pi that you're playing around with, that all it's meant to do is do the weather, report it back to you, that kind of a thing. You don't want to have, every time the power goes out or someone bumps the cable, you don't want to have to go and rerun the script in it every single time. So by updating that bash RC file there, we can have it so even if the Raspberry Pi reboots itself, we're going to get that script running every boot. So once again, I'm going to stress this. We have many different options when it comes to loading those Python scripts at startup. This one here is just kind of your general use method. We might cover other ones going forward here, but for right now, I just thought I'd give you one to get your one program, running that you want to have launch every time you start up your computer. This would be a perfect method to test that out. That is going to do it for me for today. So thanks for watching, everyone. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Take care, eh?